Fall is just around the corner, and I know everyone, including myself, is concerned that really soon we're going to lose all the beautiful color like the red, the blue, and all the yellow. But Jean from Swanson's Nursery has told me that that's not so. She can prove us wrong. She's told me that we can keep color in the garden through fall and winter just by filling in gaps.
That's right. And this is a perfect example of a gap that we can fill with some evergreen shrubs that are just as colorful as the flowers in front of you. This is a beautiful Indian hawthorn with deep green leaves, and this is one of my favorite grasses. It's called cappuccino.
Ooh, I've had a couple of those today, but not in the plant form.
Take a look at how it looks with this brown-eyed Susan plant. That is so beautiful. Another one that I like really well is this Bagason's Gold honeysuckle. And a new plant just out is this Pittosporum cream de mint. It has sunny, lovely leaves and white, fragrant flowers in spring. So you see, we can add evergreen color all through the fall and winter, and we don't have to lose any of this.
So we don't have to be sad that summer's almost over.
No, we don't. We can be excited for its opportunities for fall.
Great. Thanks so much, Jean. In the garden, I'm Susan West for KOMO 4 News. Hi, thanks so much for joining us. I'm Susan West, and you're watching a special edition of Comcast Local Edition. Our focus this half hour, why I'm wearing this flight suit. Well, that's because I just finished riding on that plane, an Air Force F-16 Thunderbird, and joining me now is the pilot who flew me around. Thank you so much. It was an incredible ride. This is Major Jeremy Sloan, and tell me, how long have you been flying these Thunderbirds?
Well, I've been flying Thunderbirds. This is my first year on the team, but I've been flying F-16s for 10 years now.
So I know how it feels as a passenger. It's absolutely amazing. I can't even describe it. But for you, you get to control that plane. What's that like?
It's a great feeling. You know, it's the greatest job on earth. You know, to get up there and to be able to fly the F-16 in combat or in peacetime with these Thunderbirds. It's a great feeling.
So tell us about some of the maneuvers that you did while we were up there. It's just incredible. We're going up and down and twisting every which way. Kind of describe some of them.
Well, the F-16 has been the backbone of the combat fighting forces for quite a few years now, especially since Desert Storm, and it's the most combat-capable aircraft in the world that goes up in abundance. And what you get to see out of that aircraft is 9 times the force of gravity. You get to see acceleration that will get you upwards of 500 to 600 miles an hour, which is what you saw today, but can go up to Mach 2, which is about 1,500 miles an hour. You got to see inverted flight, you got to see some rolls, loops, and again, you got to pull 9G. So how do you feel after that?
Well, the feeling, it's almost like you feel like you have an elephant on you, holding you down completely. And of course, everyone trained me beforehand how to breathe correctly, but you must get used to it, right?
You do to some degree, yeah. That flying it after a few years, you get pretty used to the G's and the handling characteristics and the onset of the G's. But I'll tell you what, you did an outstanding job today. I couldn't believe how well you handled the flight characteristics of this airplane.
And I just wanted more, too. It seems like once you do it, you just want to keep staying up there in the air and doing these moves. They're incredible.
Yeah, I was ready to go home. I just wanted to come back over and see the beautiful Pacific Northwest, and I was ready to come back and take that scenic tour, but you were ready to keep going, so I was very impressed.
And of course, too, we have to mention that you are from Federal Way, and your family still lives in the area.
Absolutely, it's great to get back here. You know, to be a part of a team that represents the men and women of the Air Force and of the military is truly an honor for me. And to come back home and showcase the pride, precision, professionalism that this team embodies, the 120 men and women that make these jets, 6 jets get airborne for the show. It's a truly an honor for me.
Now, it's obviously so much fun for the audience to watch you guys up there in the sky doing all those twists and all that, but these are moves that are used for combat, right?
Well, there are some that we certainly don't use in combat, but there are a few, especially techniques to get us into maneuvers, turns, and things like that we have to use for positioning in combat. But this is one team that does things completely different than the combat air forces as well, and there are maneuvers that aren't practiced by combat pilots.
Now, when you were back at Federal Way High School as a student, did you ever dream that this is where you'd be today?
Boy, I guess dream would be the word. You know, I never thought that I would be, but dreamed, yes, maybe. What a great opportunity it's been, and I guess I'm just proud to be where I'm at right now, and work with the men and women that I do, and to represent a military and a nation that is what I've come to love.
And obviously, these planes are very special. I mean, you guys travel all over the country. In fact, a couple other countries too.
Absolutely. You know, the Thunderbirds have been around for 52 years now, and I think that the red, white, and blue Jets, you know, really embody the spirit of America right now, and we get the chance to travel throughout many states and 4 other countries this year, and we've been to coming up on 60 countries now in our history.
Oh my goodness, and you have more air shows than this year to do, and what a lot of fun you guys have. I'm really thrilled that you're here. Thank you so much for taking me on that incredible ride.
Well, thank you for going and for being such a perfect passenger. You know, I got to admit, I didn't want to come down at the end of that.
Thanks so much. I'm Susan West. You're watching Comcast Local Edition. Join us again next half hour.
Another Christmas wish comes true.
Dear Christmas Wish, my Christmas wish is for my special grandpa, Galen Byrie, local historian. My wish for him is to have a new camcorder. His old recorder has been unusable for many years. When it worked, he recorded all kinds of special events and his magic lantern shows. I would love to have my wish come true to give something he loves back to him. Thank you, Laura.
Laura, your grandpa is himself a well-known and well-loved treasure in Whatcom County.
In fact, many people will recall that his Magic Lantern series was aired on Television 12 some years ago.
We're delighted to help him get the equipment he needs to continue his valuable work in preserving the history of this area.
And what a fine gift he gives to future generations.
To Galen Byrie and his loving granddaughter Laura, wishes for a joyous season.
From your friends at Eaton's and Television 12.